YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for you guys. I am joined by the Highwayman, the brother from another mother, TJ.
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out. I was watching the new Devil May Cry. Let's just go on without me.
That was a pretty fire trailer, though.
Just leave me behind.
The song that they picked was perfect.
It's better. It's better than the first one. Tell you that.
Yeah, it was better than the first one. So I enjoyed the trailer. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I'll just go cry now like a devil because I can't say titles correctly.
We are back with some more cam matches for you guys. Like I said, we just wanted to kind of get some stuff out there for you. I'm also going to be a little bit busy this weekend, so figured just try to get ahead of the content grind for you folks. Today's matchup features myself playing Sakuya on the left, going up against TJ's Necromon build. Both decks I think are really, really fun. I've dabbled into both, and they both can do some really neat things. Execute for Necromon is, I think, a fantastic keyword that I'm excited to see where they go with it moving forward. Ghost as an archetype just hasn't gotten a whole lot of support, so it's nice to see it get some love. And, you know, Violet being one of the main Liberator characters, I think we're only going to see it get stronger in the near future. So definitely a fun deck to check out. If you're looking for a deck profile, fellow DigiTuber Curiosity did do a deck profile for us, which she also uploaded a new updated version on her channel. So check her out. She's got great stuff, and she streams every week, I believe, on Sunday. But you're also rocking a pretty interesting build too, so this should be a fun matchup. I've also had fun with Sakuya, which we'll probably do a deck profile in the near future. I'm sure people want to see it. So yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit us up on socials. Check them out down in the video description. Once again, the deck lists are in our Discord, or if they're not already in the Discord, just ping us and we'll be sure to get you going in the right direction. But enough yapping from me. Let us hop right into the round.
Do you ever have one of those like burp stifles that like completely like swells your nose? God, it burns so much, and it's
They usually happen after I consume a little bit of something that I maybe should not have consumed too much of the night before.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. I almost said something. I had to stop myself. Anyway, so we're both starting off just getting some search. You at least open a rookie. I do not.
Yeah.
The theme of TJ's week is bricking. That's what's happening. I do just play a Violet down.
Yeah.
Just the memory center set up. I do forget to draw with her, I believe, on a couple of turns here.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that's hard to remember, but once you do remember, it's like, ooh, that's actually pretty gas.
Yeah, this is my first time playing the deck proper. Admittedly, also too, I don't think I had anything in hand that I would want to have trashed anyways, to be honest. But you were gonna say, sorry.
No, I was gonna say also the new Violet has an effect that also is like harder to remember as well. Like being able, like when something gets deleted, suspend to Evo for a reduced cost. I feel like I forget to do that myself plenty of times. But I'm having one hell of a turn here. I go QB to play out a Rika. Rika lets me pick up an option. I go ahead and play a training, which will gain me a memory off of Rika, and I can do some more shenanigans and play out another Rika. So I've got a ton of setup already to go. We training into a Talmon. I think BT 17, 18.
Yeah, that's the 17. That's the 17. That's the 17.
Which on Evo lets me play out an option. Plug-in or cost 5 or less. Go ahead and play Digivolution plug-in, which will let me go into Sakuya. I played an option, so I can go ahead and gain 2 memory, 1 from each Rika. I can give check -1 to something off of my inheritables. Pretty good.
I don't have a board.
Yeah, and then I can go ahead and play pause plugin to play out a token, which is a 6k blocker.
Yeah.
There's a lot of effects going on, so I'm gonna try to do my best to like keep you guys up to speed.
We should know it's a best of 1 match too.
Yes, I was about to say that too. Yeah. This is best of 1 because both of us are like trying to experiment with these decks for the first time. So some of the plays, both of us took a little longer. So we ended up just doing a best of 1 here, and I'm building quite a board. I'm able to go. Oh Jesus, I forgot I played a 3rd Rika. Holy. And then Viximon end of turn lets me pick up a plugin, so I could pick up the Digivolution plugin.
Yeah, this first game you cooked. You went crazy. You were seeing full gas. I finally find a rookie, which is nice. I'm just doing a little bit of search though, because there's really not much I can do. I know that I am very much at risk next turn, but like I don't have a choice, so I kind of just have to just Evo in the back and just know that like next turn I finally have enough sources to do some setup. I did forget to gain the memory off of Violets, which we do catch in a second here.
Yeah. So like, well, okay. Well,
this
like
is me catching it right now. You did your check with the token. I would have played a Ghostmon that past turn instead and would have put you to 2, so I give you the 1 extra memory basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just kind of walked that back a little bit and then
go Townmon once again.
Doing your thing.
Play another Digivolution plugin S to go into another Sakuya. Suspend the Rikas to gain all the memory back.
Yep.
Gain a memory off of the Rena. Check minus a billion to the Ghostmon, that poor little guy. And then we can play out another token. I have to use a plugin, so I use a plugin off of Sakuya. I'm debating using a plugin, maybe. I should use something. If not, then the token should not have come out, so that may have been a slight minor misplay on my end.
I'll be honest, there's so much happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much happening on my end too. I'm just like, what is going on? I'm just evoing and seeing foxes. And we go Tau Ace, so it's my turn. I can play out an option card. Go plugin S to go into another Sakuya. Go ahead and draw 2. I can use a plugin or an option card if I choose. We play out a boost, so search 4, pick up another Townmon, play out another token.
Yeah.
And then play out another token now that I remember to do that off of the previous Sakuya. So that's 3 tokens with blocker out on board, 3 Sakuyas. And here is the classic Ben Yellow special where it's like, brother, you probably could have just swung and gotten some damage in, but you chose not to.
Yeah, you could have put me at 0 security.
Yeah.
you could have just swung and put me at 0.
Especially with a deck like Necro, which is just like execute. You don't really care that I mean, blockers are important and can be annoying, but 3 blockers is probably unnecessary. And also on top of the fact that they don't have levels, so your like execute or Necromon plays can go ahead and start popping stuff pretty crazily.
Did I forget to gain the memory again? Do I remember this turn? I should be at more than 3. It should be at 5.
You should be at 5.
Surely I remember. Surely.
Maybe not.
No, I remember now.
You remember now. Yeah, okay. We get there.
So
we get
there. For 2. Yeah. Go Metal Phanto. There's no level 5 or lower for me to delete, so I don't opt to use its effect. It's useless right now.
Just swapping token cards out.
Fun fact, I did draw Phantomon off of that Metal Phanto Evo, so that felt really bad. I train and go into the Necromon. On Evo, I delete one of your Digimon with the lowest level, so I pop the stack with the Ace just to get a little bit extra memory to work with here. I'm trying to decide how I want to do things. Execute, obviously, I have to attack like end of turn, and then I can swing it unsuspended. I can't just swing it unsuspended right now, so I have to like decide like how I want to do things. Since right now I'm kind of stuck in a position where like I have to control board. I don't really have a choice, because if I don't control board, I just lose.
I think you do end up doing a pretty good job here, if I remember correctly.
I try.
Well, I mean, I think what's really neat with this is that the new Violet gives Necro a lot of gas, because what you're able to do is you're able to pass turn, you gain memory back with your on deletion stuff, but because stuff got deleted, you can go ahead and suspend Violet, start going up a line again, and sort of utilizing those Evo plays to do even more damage.
Right.
And sometimes, like what we see here, right, having like 3 Violets out lets you kind of just like successively Evo back into another Necromon, which could potentially just even more board control there too.
Yeah. So I'm choosing what I want to execute into. I can swing into unsuspendeds with it, thankfully. I do have to swing into one of the Sakuyas. You block it with one of the tokens. End of attack, I am deleted. So a few things resolve here. I draw 1 trash one off the Demi-Mera. Just put a Gazimon in there. I'll gain a memory. I'm able to Digivolve one of your Digimon, so I do that to that stack. And then I'm able to play a level 5 or lower Ghost Street Digimon card from my hand without paying the cost. Or for my trash, rather. And so depending if I want to play like a rookie and try and like go up a line using the Violets that I have on board, or if I just play out a 5 and just try and do some neat stuff. So I play out the Metal Phanto. Let me double check here really quick off this.
You've got the on play of being able to delete your 5 or lower, I believe. Or delete this Digimon to delete one of your opponent's 5 or lower. So you go ahead and pop my Talmon off of that effect. Then you go Phanto for cost. Phanto's got execute.
If I wanted to execute here, I think I do have another. No, I don't have another Necromon. So I do just swing here. End of turn with it to try and swing into you. You do block it with a token. I go ahead. I'm able to play out a level 4 or lower Ghost Trait card without paying the cost. So I'm looking over what I can do. The problem with the tokens too is they don't have levels, by the way, so I can't actually pop the tokens. Right. So I play out the Ghostmon. I get a little bit of search. I'm able to grab a Ghost Trait card and a Liberator Trait card. So I grab the Bakken Metal Phantom, bottom deck the Violet because I don't really need her. And then I start using my Violets here to go up a line. So I go up into a Bakke and then use the other Violet to go up into a Metal Phantom for reduced cost of, I go over to it for 2. And just set up the blocker. There's nothing else I can do. I think I was missing another Necromon in hand was part of my problem.
Sure.
So I wasn't able to like play out another stack, go into Necromon in the hand, and then control board. I'm realizing now that if I was able to, that's the play I should have done because I could have actually controlled board even better.
Sure.
I could have gone, because I could have gone played the 4 and then evoed into the 5, evoed into 6, but it's alright.
So I go Rene X. Rene X is really nice because I'm able to pick up a plugin. So we pick up the Digivolution plugin, then go Sakuya X for 1. On Evo, I can play out, I believe there's a Kitsune token, which has 9k and Rush. So we're able to play something out, but then you do have blocker, and then on you don't have any on deletion you gain memory, so I'm like, I don't want to do that just yet. Let's see if we can just get rid of it in other ways, which maybe I was overthinking it a little bit because I think it has to go regardless. We end up going QB, and then we go Talmon here. Talmon lets me play out the Digivolution. Draw off of that, then we can go into, I believe here we go into the Sakuya. Then I'm looking at my stack. I'm like, oh god, we have 4 cards left in deck. What do we do? But we do have to have it so it's a cost of 3 or less. So I can't go into like a Sakuya X, for example, or anything like that. So like, okay, well, we do have to go into her. We have to draw 2, so we're putting myself down to 1 card in the deck, and then we tap the Rikas to swing back turn. I used an option card so we can go ahead and give all the neg checks in the world, and we are able to bump him down to 1k because we're able to neg him a total of 6k off of my inherits. And then I'm debating on what I want to do here because I think in reality I probably should have swung with one of the guys because it probably would have lived, and then when I play it on option, Sakuya X would allow me to restand. But instead we just go ahead and use the pause plugin off of Sakuya's effect to pop it and then give you 2 memory so that you pass turn. You gain 3 off of Violet.
Yeah, so I'm able to kind of, I got some stuff to work with here, but I am still pretty stuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to like try and stay alive as best I can because I know you're close to deck out. So my idea is like, okay, if I can just try and like burn you to deck out, then maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
So at the moment, spoiler alert, I'm looking at the new ghost option in hand. Apparition Legion, which is main by returning up to 9 levels total worth of Digimon cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck. You may play 1 Ghost Digimon card of each return card's level from your trash without paying the costs.
That's pretty good.
And then the Digimon played by this effect gain Rush and Blocker until the end of your opponent's turn, so that works well with Execute.
Yeah.
So I play Apparition. I opt to return a 6 and a 3 from your trash to bottom of deck.
Yep.
Which you go ahead, we do the EX2 Rena and the BT19 Sakuya.
Yep. I
play out a Necro, and then I play out a Ghostmon, I believe, I opt to do I have to do the on-play. I think I do the on-play first, so I do the Necro first to delete the Sakuya X. Go ahead and do Ghostmon's on-play here to reveal top 3, grab a Ghost Trait card, and then bottom deck the rest. Unfortunately, I did bottom deck my Beelzemon Ace, which would have been nice to have had right now. And then I can execute and swing it unsuspended. I attempt to swing at the Sakuya. You do block it. I am deleted as per the effect. So I play out a Ghost Ray card. I play out a boy here, a fella, a friend. And then do I do the whole...
Yeah, you do the violet shenanigans. You go Bakemono.
Yeah, Bakuman here for free. Tap another violet to go ahead and Evo. Into
another fella.
One. Yeah, and then tap another violet.
Going to another fella.
Go Metal Phanto. Was I not seeing Necromon?
I think you were missing the Necro, because Necro would have just wiped my Sakuya out completely, and I would have been like, well,
I'm realizing here, that stack already has blocker, which I wasn't thinking about at the time. I should have evoed the Metal Phanto over
the other one.
The other Phantomon, yeah, because that would have given me 2 blockers on board, which would have been a bit of a game changer, I think. Or would have helped at least. But I'm realizing now that I goofed. But hey, first time playing the deck. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot that Apparition Legion gave blocker. So
you finally just conclude the turn. So you say, okay, your turn. So I draw, go into another Vixie, and here I'm like, okay, well, do I want to draw? I was like, you know what, brother, you got 2 cards in deck. You're gonna have to draw anyways. Just do it. So we do it. At this point, I already know what's there, so I'm like, okay, well, let's sequence this out to a point where we can do a little shenanigans here, because I do have a Scramble in hand. I'm like, okay, well, Scramble at least will buy me another turn, so we do go Sakuya X here for 1. Sakuya X will let me play out another token with Rush, and then my thought process here is like, okay, you've got a blocker out on board. I need to get rid of him, knowing that if I get rid of him, I will also lose a memory, so I'm trying to sequence things out a little bit. We go ahead and swing, use effect of the of Sakuya X to play pause plugin, which will -6, and then I have inheritables, which will then minus DP. We're just trying to see.
Yeah, you minus the rest of the way on my blocker stack, so you can get the swing through. I am able to play out a level 4 or lower Ghost Trade Digimon. I'm just deciding which one I want to play out. I drop a Ghost Monk. I'm just trying to find top end. I do find another Necromon finally, so I grab that.
And then because I played an option card, I unsuspend a Digimon off of Sakuya X effect. So we do a swing with 9k Rush. Our big guy Livin off of Uko, and we go ahead and swing another 9k. Tap Rikas to gain the memory. So here I almost threw because I had Valdararm in hand. I should have just evoed Valdar, swung 2 checks, and then swung with Rush.
Sure.
Because I could just hard evo into him. I could suspend 2 bodies to gain 2 memory back. So effectively a 3-cost evo, swinging big numbers in, which most likely would live. And I think eventually I realized, I was like, oh, there's a Valdar. But I'm not used to seeing so many cards in my hand. But we go ahead and just evo into him now. We'll go ahead and suspend a Violet and suspend a Ghostmon, gaining 2 memory, do the last check. And we say, yeah, Tau Ace for 5. Go ahead, play plug-in S to go into Sakuya. Sakuya will draw me 2 cards, which there's nothing to draw, but play out a Scramble to go Ruin Mode. And then at least we have a Scramble to buy myself another turn. DP Neg off of the Inherits, and then the Ruin Mode will pop your board. And then pass it over.
Yep, and we see remnants. Brief remnants of what Tau Loop is like.
Yes.
Because that is basically what Tau Loop does, but they do that like 3 times a turn.
Yeah, because you I think you abuse the Kazuhas, Taos, and you just keep going into Ruin Mode.
Yeah, you keep spinning out bodies, you keep going into this like Ruin Modes, and you keep minusing 5k on your opponent's board to the point where they just can't play the game, and then they just they're sad about it.
Yeah.
And at this point, I can't activate on play effects because of Valdararm. Nothing on suspends. I mean, you have Ruin Mode on board, 2 tokens that are 9k DP Digimon without levels, and you have Valdararm and you're a Rena in the back. I'm sitting here like trying to think if there's a way. I am currently forgetting that there's an on play. blockage from the Valderarm. Even though I've played a lot of Excel, you think I would remember that, but I'm just not thinking about it. There's just so much on your board that I was like a mess, both emotionally and physically. Some might say, you know, like mentally as well. Realistically, I just haven't been the same since I lost my hair, and this game definitely.
But you got Jimmy now.
This game definitely reminded me of why I went bald. You know, like there's games in this world that just remind you of like, yeah, that's probably what caused my hair to fall out of my head. And I scoop it up there. I think. Or sorry, I don't scoop it up, but I think I do in a second.
Because I think we still haven't caught the on-play just yet. So
yeah,
you're like playing stuff out.
But I think the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
I think anybody at home can see. You have 5 security. You have a scramble. I have nothing on board. Everything's stuck suspended. There's nothing I can do. I play this out. You remind me of the on-play effect. Now with Valderarm, and then I'm just like, oh, that is right. So I'm able to play it, but I don't get anything. And I have rush, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, there it is. So that's how it goes. I was able to cling on to dear life for a while.
Yeah,
there,
you did. You did.
Despite some misplays, but it was also, you were playing pretty passively as well. If you just had played more aggressive, I think you would have just won the game earlier.
I don't know, man. Something about yellow. I just end up being like a little bit like, I don't want to swing. I think
afraid. You're not used to swinging without jamming. I think that's the big thing.
You know what? You're right.
You're so used to swinging with jamming in every deck you play that the second you don't have jamming, you're like, I have to build a board that can win.
Yeah.
But the reality is with yellow, I think you just end up decking out. I think with Royal Knights it's a bit different because it's just like
I don't swing until I win.
Yeah, also true. Well, you have such big bodies that you don't have to think about it. But like, yeah. When you play decks with like 12k DP, sometimes you just have to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Like TJ kind of alluded to, both of us are kind of playing these respective decks for the first time, so there are definitely some plays that maybe either weren't ideal, could have been done a little bit better. We totally hear that. We just want to at least highlight these decks because we think they're really cool, we think they're really fun, and we think you would enjoy them. So hopefully you did. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys have any tips for these decks, definitely hit us up. We would love to hear it, and hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye.